Hi guys, welcome back to Girl Power STEM Saturdays. Today we're going to be making hoop gliders. So I'm posting this on a Friday just because I'm going to a cabin where there isn't Wi-Fi. So it's still STEM Saturdays, but I'm going to post it today. So all you're going to need is a pair of scissors. I've got 5 straws, a big stack of paper, and then some tape. So first what you're going to want to do is take your pieces of paper. I have 3 just because you want it to be thick. You can also use index cards that are a little bit thicker. But I'm gonna estimate what an inch is. It's about the tip of your thumb length. And I'm just gonna cut all the way down the piece of paper. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then you're gonna set that aside, and then you're gonna do the same thing. And just so that you have 2 stacks of 3 width paper. Alright, so now you're gonna take a small piece of tape, and just to make sure that the pieces of paper stay together, you're just gonna tape the top, and then take another piece of tape and tape the bottom, just so that it's one thick, long strip. And then I just did this one off camera. Okay, so now you're gonna take your straw and you're gonna loop this around, and basically you want it to be an inch long overlap between the two. And then what I'm gonna do first is tape this together so that it stays in a loop. And then take my straw, and it doesn't really matter where you put it right now because we're gonna try a bunch of different places for the loops, but I'm just gonna leave a little bit left on this end, and then take my piece of tape and tape it to the loop like this. And then I went ahead and did the other one off camera, and I basically tried to make it the same length from here and here between the 2 loops. Okay, so we just got done making this plane, and this is going to be our control glider, which means that we are going to test all the rest of the gliders against this one. So in a science experiment, you always have to have a control, which means that you can test those things against the controlled, in this case, a glider. So that's our control glider. And then I also wanted to test if the length of the straw makes a difference in how far it goes. So I have a short little straw and did the 2 hoops on it. And then I also wanted to test if the placement of the hoops makes a difference, so I put them closer together on the straw. And then I wanted to test if having more hoops on the straw makes a difference. Alright, we're gonna throw our control one first. And you just basically throw it like a dart. Now we're going to throw the one where we're testing if the placement of the hoops makes a difference. Now we're going to test if the number of hoops makes a difference. Now we're going to test if the length of the straw makes a difference. So this was our control. And obviously I threw them from the same spot. So this one went the farthest. So I can say that the control glider, where they're placed evenly on the straw, that one went the farthest. Then you can tell the second one that went the farthest was the one where they're placed a little bit more close together on the straw. Then the next one was the one with more hoops. And then the last one, only by a little bit, is the one where the straw is shorter. So we can conclude from this experiment that our control glider, where they're evenly spaced on the straw, is the one that went the farthest. And then the second one that we can conclude from this experiment is that if you place the loops closer together on the straw, then it will go not as far as the control one, but farther than the other 2. And then you can conclude that putting 3 hoops on the straw goes a little bit farther than making the straw shorter And I noticed even throwing the one where I made the straw shorter that it didn't go anywhere. So this glider is the winner. Thank you guys for watching STEM Saturdays with me, Morgan, and I will have another experiment for us to do next Saturday. Try this at home with your family, with your friends. See if you can try other ways of making the gliders different and test them against the control glider. And let me know in the comments or on Facebook how your experiments turned out. Thanks guys, bye.